Lord, it's a beautiful day outside. I hope that winter is finally, at least on the ropes.
Yeah.
There you go. No. Oh, stay. Come on. Stay here.
On Thursday, it's supposed to get cold again.
When this guy's up here talking, that's kind of a sign that other people should not. Maybe I'm not clear enough about that, but I'm trying to be. So, we've got our work day scheduled for Saturday, next Saturday, I believe it is.
13th.
So folks can come and help.
13.
We sure appreciate it. We try to get the shed back into a shed and less into a skeleton than it is now. And we'll have to have some plumbing to try to fix and
Some trash
a
to
few
haul
things,
off.
trash to haul off and some things to work on. So if folks can help out, we sure appreciate it. If you can't make it Saturday at noon, we'd encourage you to come when you can and just contact me and I can be down here about any time. If anybody wants to help out prior to that. I'll be gone last Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
After Easter.
Huh?
The week after Easter.
Yeah, I'll be gone to Arizona
The 3rd,
with my
4th,
brothers
5th, 6th.
to
When did you say Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, or
I'll be gone Wednesday,
Thursday,
Thursday, Friday,
Wednesday through Friday? Okay.
most likely. So I may be gone a couple more days after that. Honey, bring her in, please.
Come here, babe.
Ember.
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 No,
Stop
just
rolling around like a penguin. Come on.
get up and get up.
Come on, babe. No. Yes. No. Come here. Oh, no, come here. Where are you taking her?
So, then, fellowship is that weekend, correct?
Yes, the 22nd. That's the fourth Saturday of the month. the
At
22nd.
Ferguson's, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Fellowship is 27th. Saturday, 7:30 at Ferguson's.
It's on South Seneca, yeah.
So, we've got lots going on. And Easter Sunday service is the 21st,
Yep.
2 weeks from today. So, invite your friends and family. A lot of folks, that's the only time of the year they come, or they might come twice a year. So, let's give them the opportunity. If they want to come once a year, tell them they're welcome to come and visit and fellowship with us. So, tell folks about it. Happy to have them. Nice service here on Easter Sunday. We'll have a communion service. And, we'll make ourselves extra available on a hopefully a wonderful springtime day to celebrate the rising of our Savior. Amen. Okay. Well, let's go to page 97 in our blue book and sing "I've Anchored in Jesus."
Trust in all my
Amen. Upon life's boundless ocean where mighty billows roll. That's exactly it. In this old life, we're going to have some problems. It says, when trials fierce assail me as storms are gathering o'er, I rest upon his mercy and trust him more. There is nothing too great for God. The Bible says if God is with us, who can be against us? And that is exactly it. The troubles of this life seem overwhelming at times. And if you focus on them, they will be. Right? If you focus on the trouble, then the trouble's all you're going to see. Right? But if you focus on the victory, then the victory's what you're going to see.
Yes.
Right? We got to have the right outlook, we got to have the right mindset. We got to focus on the victory, not on the struggle. Matter of fact, let's sing Victory in Jesus. I don't know where it's at. It's in the book somewhere. Victory in Jesus, 118. That's what it's at.
I
Amen. Victory in Jesus. There's a movie that my kids watch. It's a Muppet movie. And there's a deal where there's a Kermit the Frog imposter. He's trying to convince Miss Piggy that he's the real Kermit. And he says, well, I can give you anything you want. He says, a diamond ring, I can give it to you. A thingamajig, I can give it to you. He's got a little song. A telephone, I can give it to you. A mortgage loan, I can give it to you. If there's anything you want, I can give it to you. Jesus can give us victory over anything.
Amen.
Amen? So I heard about his healing, his cleansing power of healing. He made the lame to walk again, and he caused the blind to see. Jesus indeed went into the temple. There was a beggar on a mat, and Jesus said, I want you to get on up off of that sucker and carry it on home.
Yep.
And that's what happened. Jesus healed a crippled fellow.
Yes.
And a blind fellow came, and Jesus put his hands on his eyes and said, well, now you can see. And indeed he could. He made the lame to walk again. He caused the blind to see. And then I cried, dear Jesus, come and heal my broken spirit. Because Jesus not only can touch your body, he can touch your mind, he can touch your soul, he can touch your spirit, he can touch your job situation, he can touch your relationship with your family. He can fix whatever it is that's wrong.
Yes.
If you ask him, and if you let him. Amen? If you ask him, and if you let him.
Yes.
My daughter wants me to brush her hair sometimes, and she does this. Well, I can't brush your hair if I can't reach it. You ask me to fix a problem, and then make it where I can't fix it. Guess what? We'll ask the Lord to fix a problem, and then we'll make it hard for him to fix it. Or we'll ask him to fix a problem, and we'll start working on a new problem. Have the Lord help us. We gotta ask him, and we gotta let him. We gotta get out the way. We gotta do our part. The Lord will always do his. Amen. There is victory in Jesus over everything that can, does, and ever could ail you, because he is the healer supreme. Amen. Full stop. Let's go to page 133 in our blue book. Sing I'll Fly Away. We're going to sing that a long time. then at the end of this life, we have another life. And we have another life if we live this life the right way. If we choose Jesus as our Savior, the next life will be infinitely better and infinitely longer than this life.
Yes.
Now, there's a few of us out here that are an older crowd, and we can remember going to the movies, and they had a little animated show,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Before the regular movie started,
Yeah.
right? Back in the day, used to do that at the drive-in, right? Have a little cartoon up at the front before the movie ever got to be.
Yeah.
And some of us didn't care. We'd go get our popcorn while that was playing. Because that wasn't important. I used to show up about 10 minutes late because I didn't care to sit through that part. I just come for the movie. Didn't care about the cartoon at all. And this life is like the little cartoon.
Yes, amen.
That's just a little short, insignificant thing. The movie is the next life, guys. That's the full feature film. That's the important thing. That's way longer. It's way better. It's what we come for.
Yes.
So let's not get wrapped up on the previews, right?
Yes. Amen.
Let's not get concerned with the Steamboat Willie that comes on before. Let's focus on the film. Let's focus on the big part, the long part, the important part.
Yes, amen.
Right? Ain't no football player ever come to the coach and say, "Coach, coach, coach, my hair look all right? I have a helmet on that, son. Ain't nobody gonna see that at all. Let's focus on the game."
Yes.
We can't get so distracted by the little parts and the unimportant parts that we miss the big picture. Amen? Someday we're going to leave this life to a life that's infinitely longer. Let's
Amen.
make sure that that's an eternity we want to be in.
Amen.
All right, Leola, you got a song for us, honey?
Yeah.
I'll let you sing.
When I, Lord Spirit, I cry, Lord, lift me up. I want to go higher with thee. and compassion. And then he took him to paradise, and that is love. Oh, thank you, Jesus. The sparrow can fly. There's no stars in the sky, and the sparrow can fly. If that is love, the heavens appear. And there's no feeling like this. If that is love. Thank you, Lord.
Praise God. Amen.
Praise God.
That isn't love. Keep coming back to that. Most famous of verses from the Bible, that God so loved the world.
Yes.
That's what it's all about. Paul says that God is love. Jesus says that perfect love casts out fear. Jesus says that you can't say you love God and hate your brother, because love and hate don't coincide, they don't go together. You want to be part of God's kingdom, and God is love. If perfect love casts out fear, then we got to get rid of hate. There's no room for it
Yes, amen.
in God's kingdom. Because hate is the opposite
Thank you, Lord.
of love, right?
Yes.
Hate is a consumer of love. Amen? Hate is a diluter and a polluter of love. We've got to focus on God's love. We've got to be a reflection of God's love. We've got to be a vessel for God's love and share it with the world. And that is indeed how we can reach the lost and the lonely and the undone, is by sharing God's love with them. Amen? That's not my message. Dan would say it's just a little extra. That's your little preview. My message today is called driver-passenger fallacy.
What?
Driver-passenger fallacy. Driver-passenger fallacy.
F-A-L-L?
F-A-L-L-A-C-Y. Fallacy. That means falsehood.
Oh, that's spelled with
F-A-L-L-A-C-Y.
E-C-Y. Okay. A-C-Y. Okay.
Driver-passenger fallacy.
Got it.
Driver-passenger falsehood. You say driver/passenger falsehood. The title, I chose that title just out of my head. I was talking, I said just this morning with Butch talking about the serenity prayer, right? That, Lord, grant me the serenity to accept the things I can't change. There are some things in this life we can't change. I sure like the weather to not be too hot. I'd like it to not be too cold. And I'd like it to rain some, but not when I'm out in it. And not too much, but not too little. But all that's beyond my scope. Because in reality, everything out there is beyond my scope except this about 3-foot radius right here. That I am in charge of. Everything out there, not so much. We've got to trust God with the things that are beyond our control. And that's a lot. A lot out there that we don't control, that we can't control. And hey, let me be honest and frank, there's a lot of stuff out there we shouldn't control even if we could.
Yes.
Amen.
Right?
Amen.
There's some stuff out there we shouldn't control if we could. Right? Some of y'all would do very poorly if the owner of the Brahms gave you the keys. You go, huh? You'd say, I'm in charge of the Brahms, eh? There wouldn't be an ice cream cone one. Some of us had the keys to the Brahms. There's some things out there we shouldn't control if we could.
Yes.
A serenity prayer says, Lord, help me accept the things I can't control. Help me have the courage to control the things I can. Right? Help me have the courage. Let me change the things that I can. Let me do what I can for the cause. Let me do what I can to improve my own situation. And that third part is about like that Brahms idea. I mean, have the wisdom to know the difference. Let me know the difference between the things I can fix and the things I can't. Right? The things I can't fix, I'm going to give to you, Lord. Right? That's beyond me. The things that I can manage, I need to do. Right? And we get those things backwards a lot. We want to tilt at windmills. We want to change things that are well beyond the scope of our wherewithal. And then we want the Lord to make us skinny, or right? Want Him to help us save our money. He ain't spending it. Is he? Driver-passenger fallacy says this. If there's two people in a car, and somebody says, hey, that fella driving that blue Prius was really nice and let me go in front of them coming out of the Kmart. I wanted to give them a $100 bill. Who was driving it? Every hand in the place goes up. People ain't even got a car. That was me. I borrowed the passenger blue Prius. I was driving that. Everybody was a driver. That driver won the race. Who was driving it? That was me. I was the guy. I was responsible. That good thing, that's on me. Big old smile. Now, when the question was, hey, there was a bank robbery and we saw somebody driving that blue sedan, who was it? Well, it wasn't me. No, I might have been Ed. I got a blue car, but I wasn't driving that day. I had a little cold. I was at home. How is it then when something good happens? Oh, that was me. You got your name on your shirt. Yeah, see, that was me. That good thing that happened, that was me. But when something bad happened, that wasn't you. Right? Something good comes down, you want all that credit. Yeah, that's this guy. Yeah, what about when it went south? Oh, I don't know nothing about. No, that was that guy. That wasn't me. That wasn't my fault. What had happened was this. Let me tell you how that come down. We're the driver when things go right, and we're the passenger when things go wrong. How is that? Right? How is that? That's that driver-passenger fallacy. Well, you're either the guy when it's right and the guy when it's wrong, or you ain't the guy when it's wrong, but then you ain't the guy when it's right. You're going to have to decide on that. You can't be the good guy when there's praise being handed out, and then the don't look at me guy when the blame gets handed out. And work that way. If you're going to drive, drive. And then you take the responsibility for that. Good, bad, or indifferent. My brother laughed. Terrible thing to laugh about, but when they caught BTK, you couldn't turn the TV on without somebody taking credit. Yes, it was my diligence. It was my hard work. Old boy was on the lam for 25 years.
Yeah.
Wasn't nobody standing at the podium. Hey, that's my fault. You know that guy we can't get? That's my fault. Wasn't nobody stepping up to tell everybody how it was their fault. He wasn't caught. But they caught him, and the guy at the sandwich shop. Yes, it was my sandwich making skills that led to what? Everybody wants to be part of the goodie. Hey, they'll get in line to tell you how they contributed to the good. When everybody was looking for the old boy, wasn't nobody wanting part of that. How come you ain't got him yet? Well, let's talk to Ed. Ed's in charge of this, No, that's not our department. Talk to that old boy. When things go south, talk to that old boy.
Exactly.
But when we win, come and talk to me. I'll tell you all about it. You want to be in charge of your life? Goody for you. But then when it hits the rocks, it's on you. I have no problem with that. Own it and take responsibility for it. But if it hits the rocks, it's on you. I don't know about you. I'm going to take a plane here in about 2 weeks out to Arizona, and I don't care for flying much. I'm still nervous. Suckers shake a little bit in the air, open down a little bit. Be a little anxious. But here's the thing, the reality is, I ain't flying that sucker. Because I'm going to go out on a limb that I ain't very good at it. I mean, I don't know. To be fair, I might be great. But I ain't never flown one. So my intuition tells me I'm probably not very good at it.
No.
Instead, United Airlines has very astutely hired a guy that's done that a bunch.
Yes.
Right? You don't want to take piano lessons from me, because I ain't very good playing the piano. But you don't want Leola fixing your lawnmower, I'm guessing. I'm going on a limb here. You might be a great lawnmower mechanic. But she ain't probably worked on very many of them. So you can bring me your lawnmowers and you can let Leola teach you the piano. We had a good division thing going on there. Right? Go to the expert in the field. Jesus will lead our hearts and our lives. If we ask him and if we let him.
Yes. Amen.
We got to do what we can. We got to have the courage to change the things that we can. If you're fatter than you want to be, you don't need Jesus to fix that. You need to motivate yourself, put that fork down, pick that treadmill up. You don't need a miracle. You don't need the Lord's intervention. That's on you. Right? Now, if you want salvation, you can choose it. You get to choose it. But the Lord's got to provide it.
Yes. Amen.
You can't work for it. You can't win it. You can't earn it. You can't buy it.
Amen.
That's one of them serenity deals. Right? Huh. Give me the serenity. Accept those things I can't change. You got the power to accept salvation. You can't give it or take it away. You can't give it to anybody else or take it away from anybody else. We got to learn to be at peace with what other people do, because we can't change them. If your brother or your sister or your friend or whatever else wants to do X, you can encourage, you can give them advice, but short of tying them up to a chair, you can't stop them from doing what they want to do. And you don't have to agree with their choices. You don't have to approve of their choices, but their choices are theirs, just like your choices are yours. So you got to be at peace with what other people choose to do, because that's part of that serenity that you need, right? You're the passenger in that equation because they're driving, right? They're driving their bus. You gotta let them. Hey, I wished you'd X, but that's on you. If I were you, I'd X, but I'm not you. So you get to make that choice. Choose you this day who you will serve. Not let me choose for you. Not let me tell you what you gotta choose. No. You choose. You choose for yourself what you're gonna do, who you're gonna be. That's on you. Other people's choices are on them. You're going to be at peace with that. Because that's their right, that's their choice. You wouldn't want other people making the choice for you. You don't get to make it for anybody else. You're the passenger in their world. You're the driver in yours. So to sum it up, you do you. You work on you. You work on you, the person. You work on you, the Christian. You work on being the best you can be. You work on your faith. You work on your strength. Now, hey, you should pray for the others. Pray for them. Encourage them. Set a good example. If they want advice, give them good advice. At the end of the day, then it's on them. Paul said, hey, your blood's not on my hands, because I told you the best I knew. Right? Paul said, I did all I could do for you folks, and from here, he said clearly and emphatically, he said, from here on, it's up to y'all. Right? Paul understood that he was the passenger. From that point, they was the driver. Understand in life when you are the driver and when you are the passenger. Right? A whole lot of us act like the passenger when we're the driver. Sure wish I had more money. Unless somebody robbing you, that's on you. Work harder. Spend it smarter. Don't spend it on dumb stuff. That's on you. Wish I was skinnier. Okay. Somebody poking Hershey Kisses down your mouth at night when you're... If not, it's on you. Don't talk like you're the passenger when you're the driver. And don't act like you're the driver when you're the passenger. Well, if I was president, here's what I'd do. Well, then go out and be president. Show me what you do. And if you're not that guy, then shut up. You don't know what you do. You're not in that position.
Yes, amen.
That ain't you. Stay in your lane. You do you. Let him do him. You focus on you. Because all this time, when we're wanting to drive, hey, let me reach on over. Hey, I'm going to reach over from the passenger side. Try that out and see how well it works. When somebody else is driving the car, reach on over from the side seat or reach in from the back seat. See if you get to where you want to go. Or see if you end up in the side of the road or in the water. You'll find out as much as you think you can drive from the other seat. I promise you that guy behind the wheel, no matter how bad a driver he might be, is better than you from the back seat. You can't even reach the pedals. Right? He could accidentally drive better than you could on purpose from the back. You got no business trying to steer the car from there because it can't be done effectively. You let that person behind the wheel drive that sucker. Then when it's your turn, you can drive it how you want to. Right? You do you. Let other people do them. And when you're driving, don't blame your driving on the guy in the passenger seat. Because then it's on you. Understand what in this life is your responsibility. Understand what in this life falls on you. Take that on. Be the best you can be. Do the things you feel like are the right and good things to do. Got that?